Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the franchise overview category. This video will be dedicated to one of Nickelodeon's classic franchises, the franchise about a boy with a football-shaped head, Hey Arnold. Now, Hey Arnold first premiered on Nickelodeon in 1996. So, as of the recording of this video, Hey Arnold, the TV show, has been around for over 2 decades now. And I have a lot of great memories watching Hey Arnold back when I was a kid. Now, what was it about Hey Arnold that I liked in particular? Well, Hey Arnold was a slice of life show, but the thing I liked about Hey Arnold was, while Arnold is the main character of Hey Arnold, we actually had a really large cast of characters that we got to see quite a bit of, actually. And like, they would have their own spotlight segments or spotlight episodes even, and we would have a better understanding of these other characters besides Arnold. And the nice thing was, while Arnold may have been the main character, like, there would be some segments or episodes where Arnold wasn't always the viewpoint character. That is to say, he wasn't always the character that we were following along from their perspective or their point of view. There would be some segments where Arnold maybe only had like a brief scene or two, or we would have ones where we would follow along with a different character instead. And that really helped us to have a better understanding of these characters. And it was such a large cast. It could have been Arnold's grandparents, the boarders that live at the boarding house that Arnold's family owned and ran, Arnold's classmates, the relatives of Arnold's classmates, or some other staff members at the school, like the teachers or Principal Warts, and even a recurring extra, Monkey Man, got a spotlight segment to himself. So yeah, there was definitely no shortage of what kind of surprises we would learn from these different characters, and they really did feel like their own characters in a lot of ways. I mean, we had some characters who were good people at heart, and they overall tried to do the right thing, even if they made some mistakes here and there, like Arnold himself. Sometimes we would have some antagonistic jerks or antagonistic bullies, such as Wolfgang. And we would have some characters who, while they have made some bad choices or performed a bad action, we would see that they really aren't bad people at heart. And when push came to shove, these characters would prove that they really are good people deep down, even if they've made some bad choices or performed bad actions. Helga and Harold, I felt, were probably one of the better examples of that. And well, yeah, there was, that's another thing. I've heard in the past how there are two main ways that you could describe fiction as. Some would say fiction can be an escape from reality, and it can also be a reflection of reality as well. And that's what I felt would be a good way to describe Hey Arnold. It felt like a reflection of reality about all these various characters with different personalities, different backstories, different motives. So I felt that was definitely one of Hey Arnold's strong points. And yeah, for the longest time, one of Hey Arnold did leave off on a bit of a cliffhanger about if Arnold would ever reunite with his parents, because since the beginning of the series, we saw that Arnold lived with his grandparents, but there was no mention of his parents, until eventually we did have a few episodes that gave us a better understanding of who Arnold's parents were as people and what they're like and why they are mysteriously absent. And the cliffhanger was Arnold was determined to reunite with his parents, but for the longest time, it remained an unresolved mystery for fans. And there were talks of plans of a Jungle movie for the longest time, but it unfortunately was scrapped in the past. But yeah, as of the recording of this video, yeah, the Jungle movie finally saw the light of day, and I actually did have a recap and thoughts video dedicated to the Jungle movie. And I did mention before I wanted to do a franchise overview first. That's usually the first video I like to dedicate to a franchise, but because I had an open spot on that week's schedule, and the Jungle movie premiered that week, I decided let's discuss the movie while we had the free space. And I did come back here to do my franchise overview for Hey Arnold to follow up on that. But yeah, I was really happy to see that Hey Arnold finally received some proper closure after all of these years. And well, I did mention that in my recap and thoughts video for the Jungle movie, but I did think that I would be open to having some future videos dedicated to other parts of Hey Arnold. And I'm going to reaffirm that here, that I think I will be discussing Hey Arnold in other videos in the future, not just this one or the Jungle movie recap and thoughts video, because Hey Arnold really is a franchise that stuck with me since childhood, and I do think that it is definitely a great franchise that's worth looking into in greater detail. So at some point in the future, you can expect to see some Hey Arnold related videos. And there you go. Hey Arnold is another franchise you can expect to hear about in the future on this channel. Take care, and until next time.